All right, let's get right into it. We're going to tackle one of the biggest questions in tech right now. With all these incredible AI systems flying around, which one should you actually be using? In this explainer, we're going to demystify this whole complex world together.
I mean, you've definitely heard the names, right? They're everywhere. ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Llama, Copilot. It feels like a new one is popping up every other week. And while that's super exciting, it can also be just incredibly confusing. Trying to figure out what each one actually does differently. And that, of course, leads us to the core question. Which of these AI giants is truly the best? Well, as we're about to see, the answer, it's not quite that simple. Turns out it's all about finding the right tool for the right job. So let's break down the main contenders one by one. First up, the one that really kicked off this whole revolution for most of us, OpenAI. You should think of their main model as the versatile, well-known genius of the group. It's kind of the AI that can do a little bit of everything, and do it exceptionally well. And you can see its crazy broad capabilities right here. I mean, whether it's coding, tackling complex math problems, creative writing, or walking through multi-step reasoning, a model like GPT 5.1 is an absolute powerhouse. Its real strength comes from its industry-leading language understanding, which gives it this rock-solid reliability. And that reliability? That's a total game changer. It means you can actually trust it to build complex things or chain together a bunch of commands without the whole thing just falling apart. So the crucial point, the real takeaway here is this. If you need an AI that can handle a massive variety of complex tasks with a really high degree of accuracy, GPT 5.1 is your go-to. Right now, it just has the most balanced general intelligence on the market, period. Okay, so what about our next contender? Meet Claude 3.5 from Anthropic. Now, if GPT is the all-arounder, you should think of Claude as the specialist, a masterful scribe, maybe with a PhD in analysis. Claude's power is really in its precision with language. It is just exceptional at writing, summarizing, and doing deep analysis. But its unique skill, its superpower, really, is its ability to handle huge documents. I mean, you can feed it a 200-page report or a super dense legal contract, and it won't even break a sweat. This makes it a massive favorite in research, legal, and big corporate settings. Plus, it's widely considered one of the safest and most stable AIs you can get. So what's its greatest strength? Without a doubt, it's that exceptional clarity. Whenever you need writing that is coherent, reliable, and based on a deep analysis of a ton of information, Claude is pretty much the undisputed champion. Let's move on to our third major player, Google's Gemini 2.0. This one is the visionary of the group. It's the AI that doesn't just read text, it can see, it can hear, and it understands the world in a fundamentally more holistic way. Gemini's power comes from something called native multimodality. Now, that's a really fancy way of saying it was built from the ground up to understand images, audio, video, and text all at the same time. And, because it's a Google product, it has this unbelievable connection to Google Search, giving it access to real-time information from across the web. This makes it incredible at visual reasoning, like figuring out what's happening in a photo or sorting different images. And that right there is its core advantage. For any task that needs an AI to understand visual information, like this chart, alongside text from a document, or even just describing a scene from a video, yeah, Gemini is in a league of its own. All right, let's shift gears and look at our final two contenders. We're actually going to look at them together because they represent two fundamentally different philosophies on how AI should even be used. One is for the builders, the creators, and the other is for the rest of us, just trying to get our work done. And this slide just lays out that difference perfectly. On one side, you've got Meta's Llama 3.1, the open source builder. This is for developers who want total control. It's free to use, free to modify, free to build upon. And then on the other side, you've got Microsoft's Copilot, the integrated productivity partner. This is for users who want AI help right inside the tools they already use every single day, like Word or Excel. So let's look a little closer at Llama. Its power comes from being, frankly, the best open source model out there. Its key advantage is freedom. Developers, startups, researchers, they can take it, they can tweak it, and they can deploy it on their own servers for free. This makes it absolutely perfect for building custom chatbots or specialized AI apps, where speed and customizability are everything. And then you've got Microsoft Copilot. Its power is all about seamless integration. What's so unique here is that it's not just one AI. It often uses a combination of top models, sometimes even OpenAI's, to get you the best possible result for whatever you're doing. It lives right inside Word, PowerPoint, and Excel, making it the ultimate assistant for just boosting your productivity. So, after looking at all 5 of these absolute powerhouses, let's bring it all together and finally answer that big question we started with. It is time for the final showdown. This summary table just makes it all crystal clear. If you need that balanced intelligence for reasoning and creativity, you're going to go with OpenAI's GPT 5.1. For sophisticated writing and deep document analysis, Claude 3.5 is your best bet, hands down. When it comes to images, video, and real-time search, Gemini 2.0 excels. For the developers out there who want to build their own custom systems, Llama 3.1 is the obvious choice. And finally, for just getting stuff done in your Office apps, Microsoft Copilot is absolutely unmatched. And that brings us to the single most important takeaway from this entire explainer. The best AI, it isn't a single model. The real answer is that the best AI is the one that's best suited for your specific task.
So here it is, your final, actionable guide. When you need just overall smarts, think GPT 5.1. For masterful writing, pick Claude 3.5. For any kind of visual task, use Gemini 2.0. If you're a builder who needs total control, you choose Llama 3.1. And to supercharge your daily work, you integrate Microsoft Copilot. It really is like choosing the right specialized tool for the job. But remember, this race is just getting started. I mean, the landscape we've mapped out today could look completely, totally different a year from now. Which leaves us with a final thought to chew on. What new capability? Is it reasoning, creativity, maybe even physical interaction? What's going to define the next undisputed champion of AI?